Good morning, everybody. My name is Miss Keiko. This is another first chapter reading. Today's book is Eerie Elementary. Author is Jack Chabin and publisher is Scholastic. Do you like mystery or a little bit scary story? This is a perfect one. Okay, let's start. Chapter 1. Into the graveyard. Okay. Come on! This will just take a minute, said Sam to his friend, Antonio and Lucy. It was Monday morning before school. They were standing outside the entrance to the town graveyard, Eerie Cemetery. Sam, do we really have to do this? Lucy asked. I've got the willies big time. Me too, Antonio said. I'm allergic to graveyard. Sam Graves turned to his friend. We need to figure out how to stop our evil school, right? He said. Then we have to do this. We have to learn as much about Eerie Elementary as possible. That way, we'll be able to fight it. The three friends stepped through the iron gate. The graveyard usually gave Sam the creeps. But it didn't seem so scary now, not after everything that had happened. It was 1 week ago that Mr. Nekobi, the old man who took care of Eerie Elementary, had chosen Sam to be the new hall monitor. Show you the picture. Years ago, Mr. Nekobi had been the school's hall monitor. He showed Sam the truth about Eerie Elementary. It was alive. The school was living, breathing, evil thing. Then on Friday, the school had tried to swallow Lucy and Antonio during the class play. Sam had saved them in the nick of time. The three friends and Mr. Nekobi were the only ones who knew the truth about the school. They had to keep everyone safe. There, Lucy said, pointing to a hill dotted with cracked headstones. The book says that's where the Eerie family is buried. Lucy held a thick and dusty book in her hand, Eerie, a Town History. So she's holding it. Can you see it? Okay. There it is. Okay. The three friends had spent the weekend at the town library looking for information. From this book, they learned that a family with the last name of Eerie started the town hundreds of years ago. The book said that the Eerie family was buried in this graveyard. It also said that each member of the Eerie family had started part of the town, the library, the hospital, and even the school. Sam hoped that by seeing the graves, they might learn more about the school's history. Sam eyed the headstones. Each headstone had the name Eerie on it. It felt as if the headstones were watching him. Sam counted them. 12. Lucy, can I see the book? Sam asked. Lucy handed it to Sam. He flipped through the pages. Guys, this is strange, he said. The book says there are 13 members of the Eerie family, so there should be 13 headstones, but there are only 12. One family member is not buried here. Weird, Antonio said. You know, it's no surprise all this creepy stuff is happening in a town named Eerie. Eerie does mean spooky and strange. Whose grave is missing, Sam? Lucy asked. Sam's eye darted over the names on the headstone. Then he looked in the book. The pictures of the family members. Okay. It says Eerie family. Okay. This is Jack, Ruth, Oliver, and this one is Edmund, Ruby, Herbert, and Abraham, and Margaret, Orson, Simon, and Patricia, and Rebecca, Samuel. Okay. All right. Well, Sam said, there's a family member named Orson Eerie. See his picture here? I'll show it to you one more time here, okay? This is the guy here. Alright. Alright. Antonio peeked over Sam's shoulder. Wow! Look at his mustache, he said. What is that thing? Sam rolled his eyes and continued, but I don't see a headstone with that name, and this is even weirder. Orson Eerie was born in 1871, but it does not say when he died. That's just a question mark. I wonder what happened to him, Antonio said. What else does the book say about him? And Sam turned the page to read more. Oh no! Lucy yelled. It's 8:15! We are late for school! Lucy yanked the book from Sam's hands. She stuffed it into her backpack. Come on, Antonio said to Sam. Sam ran after his friend, but he had an uneasy feeling in his stomach. As hall monitor, Sam could sense things that other students couldn't. He could feel when something was wrong at Eerie Elementary, and right now Sam had the feeling that something very bad was about to happen. No. And this is the chapter 1. If you would like to read more, check it out. Okay, thank you very much for joining me today. I hope you have a happy reading, and I hope you can find lots of things to do and fun things to do, and then be safe. All right, thank you. Bye-bye.